Well, once again, I got played by this series, Happy Sugar Life. When Sato was trying to confess to Shio, like, I did a crime, I made a mistake, I lied, and she's like, I did something really bad. And when she says that, oh, I said I loved you to someone else instead of you, Shio, I'm like, really? Out of everything you have done since this series started, that is the one thing that you think is a crime? I'm just like, okay. But at the same time, it's fascinating, because this gives us insight into Sato's mind, and if she can ever be corrected or not. Now, it's very clear that Sato, what she's doing, the action she is taking to keep Shio to herself, she truly believes she is doing something just. She believes that she is on the side of good. She doesn't think what she is doing is just outright evil and messed up. And that is even scarier than what she's already done. Because I've already talked about how she's crazy. But then she's smart crazy. But now she's smart crazy along with being so crazy that what she thinks she's doing is actually just and justified. And it justifies everything she's done. Like, for instance, just being with Shio. And I'm just like, okay, so it's clear now that Sato, she's definitely not going to get a happy ending. If it's ever discovered she has Shio, yeah, she's going away for a long while, but I don't think she's probably going to go to prison. I feel like she's going to get some mental help, because she truly believes everything she has done was normal, something that anyone would do, which kind of shows what the aunt of Sato really did. For instance, how the aunt of Sato really messed with her mind, but also how the mother of Sato messed with her mind. It's clear now, because for her to constantly have these visions of her aunt popping up time and time again throughout this episode and the previous episodes, it shows that the aunt did something really messed up to Sato, gave her a very warped perspective of love. And Sato's always questioning this. For instance, the aunt's always popping up, that's what love is. You know, smiling while she's all beat up and bandaged and stuff. She's like, that's what love is. And Sato gets really upset and she starts saying bitter, 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 which proves that she doesn't like what her aunt is trying to say. So whatever the aunt is doing, or whatever love she has, it's not the love that Sato wants. And she's trying to fight back against that. She doesn't want to be like her aunt, and so she's trying to be her own person, which I think is what drove her to be like she is. For instance, why she goes so far for the sake of love to do something different that her aunt probably hasn't done, or her parents. But that's a whole different can of worms. The big point I want to talk about, though, is that Sato, everything, to the stabbing of the eyeballs, to whoever's in the bag and all that, you know, the teacher Burn, to kidnapping little girl Shio, she thinks all of these actions are justified and not even a crime. She didn't even think about it at all in this episode. When she was questioning herself, like, what crime did I commit? Why am I getting punished? Why am I receiving punishment? She didn't think about any of the things I just mentioned. The only thing she thought of was the kiss with the other girl and, you know, faking saying I love you to the other girl that was her stalker. That's the only thing that came to her mind, which just shows how unstable she is, and that just Sato truly believes she's morally right. So, that's crazy, but I like that about this series, just knowing how Sato's moral compass is, and that, you know, she can justify killing anyone because it doesn't really bug her. She doesn't even blink an eye, or bat an eye to the fact of what she has already done. Now, let's talk about Shio for a second. Shio is going for her own issues, as we know, and as I've already talked about, she has, you know, repressed all of her bad memories of her mother, to her family, everything. She has just, you know, compressed it within her mind, and she doesn't want to think about it. And finally, the lid of that is opened up thanks to what happened to Taiyo 2 episodes ago, and the cause of this was the blood. And eventually she's starting to see visions more of her mother. She can't forget about her mother. She's, you know, doing drawings in the closet, and then she's constantly spinning her head, like her head is spinning, trying to remember what is happening and just the cause of it all. Especially the little tomato scene at the beginning of the episode. It really shows how Shio is starting to wake up and realize that something is kind of off. For instance, when she looks at the red tomato, it's very clear the reason why. The red tomato symbolizes blood, the color of blood, and so when she was looking at it, eyeing it, she was realizing that's probably what her mother looked like in the past, and she doesn't like the way that looks, and then that's why she was just staring at it in a daze, acting all sad. And obviously Sato realized this, but she doesn't truly understand the meaning until, later on in the episode. She doesn't understand the full picture, but she knows that Shio was lying about something, and Shio does admit that she met someone, which puts Tayo in jeopardy, which I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, right now Shio, she's a big wild card in all of this, because she's not crazy like Sato. Sato can justify doing any of these awful things just to be with Shio. However, Shio, she's a little girl that's just been messed up in the head thanks to what happened to her family, and she's just tried to repress all of these bad memories just so she could smile once again. It's a common thing you'd see, and it would only take a few little triggers just to be able to have all these memories flash back within you, and you're like, holy crap, I remember everything. And that is what's starting to happen to Shio, and it's only a matter of time until she gets the full picture, remembers everything, and when she's going to start questioning, who the hell is Sato? Why is she here? And she's going to realize how creepy Sato is when she realizes that, her family's nowhere around, she's being forced to stay in the house. It's very creepy. But speaking of forced to stay in the house, there is something that is very similar to Shio's mother and Sato. Apparently, from the little brief flashbacks we got with Shio's mother, she told Shio to stay within the house. Don't leave the house. Which, that's weird. We don't really understand the meaning of that and the reason why, but the mother said that. And that could be the reason why Sato's lie has been able to go this far, is because the memories between Sato and Shio's mother is just melding together to where, Shio doesn't even know what to think, what's real and what is not. And so that is the big thing that's happening here. It kind of looks like Shio is looking at Sato more like a mother figure than anything else. But okay, let's talk about Tayo. So Tayo, he was thrown under the bus thanks to Shio, which wasn't her intentions at all. She doesn't even know what Sato is really capable of at this time. But Tayo's been effectively thrown under the bus, and if, let's say Sato finds out, well, you could say goodbye to Tayo. He done, especially when she finds out his obsession for Shio and wanting to have her, which that opens up a whole nother issue. So, Tayo is caught in this episode by Sato's friend, and we get to see all the little posters, the missing child poster all over the wall in his room when, Sato's friend walks in. And it's a very creepy and jarring scene. We already have seen it firsthand, and it's already very creepy, but someone else walking in and seeing it's got to be very unnerving, and especially how this man acts like, my angel, it's bound to creep anyone out, and you can see how it started creeping her out. He started becoming very possessive of Shio. He wanted Shio for himself, and then he started putting these, little seeds in her head to where, Sato's keeping Shio to herself and all that, which is making, her start questioning Sato, is she someone that actually would kidnap a girl or not? So, there's a lot of things building up here, and it's starting to get a little bit out of hand, because the more and more people find out about Tayo and Shio and, these posters and all that, the bigger mess it's going to be for Sato to clean up, because we know Sato, what she's been doing, she doesn't bat an eye, she doesn't care. But if she starts just killing random people left and right, like her best friend, to Tayo, and all of that, it's gonna be messy, regardless of however you handle it, because we saw that Tayo has a family. He's not in a similar situation as Sato, or, Sato's friend. And then, on top of that, we do know that the brother of, Shio is still searching around for Shio, and so there's just a lot of people in the mix right now, that if Sato doesn't get this in control very soon, it's gonna get out of hand to where people are going to start finding out, asking questions, and discover the truth of what Sato has been doing and where Shio is at. So yeah, this episode is pretty interesting. I especially love how Sato handled the stalker scene. I didn't think it was going to go down like that. I figured Sato might have just, ended her, but that did not happen. She actually just forced herself on top of the girl, and it reminded me a lot of Citrus. I don't know how many of you watched the recent anime adaptation of Citrus that came out a season or two ago, but the scene reminded me a lot of Citrus, and I'm like, I like my Yuri, but I don't like being reminded of Citrus because of how it was, so yeah, it's a different can of worms. But yeah, episode overall for Happy Sugar Life, I think it was a good episode. It definitely opens the door up for many possibilities, and I do wonder where, Shio's character is going to go, Satou's character is going to go. A lot of questions I have, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below, because for some reason, even if you click the subscribe button, you don't always get notified for whenever a video is uploaded. So if you do want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below. And with that, I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Stay happy. Chibi out.